So, this is me stumbling through. There are much, much more important things to talk about, but the truth is there always are. There always are. And this is the piece of the tapestry that is my work. And the rest is going to be done by other people because I haven't the capacity, haven't the knowledge, and I'm aware that there is that there were things that were far less publicized than the current conflict that have been far deadlier that we've not really talked that much about. And I wore those as heavily as I wear this one. But this is the piece of the tapestry I know how to work. And so I'm going to work it with all I've got. So here we go. Before I heard of Hannah Gadsby, and before I saw her tour de force hour of comedy, that was Nanette. I was very much on the bus of separate the artist from the art in a lot of ways. There was that in me that understood that Hollywood's obsession with young, beautiful women was corrupting the work, that it meant that the work that was getting produced wasn't as good. But I still hadn't gone that extra step that she did to talk about what it does to us when people do not have their humanity intact when they're telling our stories, what it does to the stories and what it does to the culture. I talk so much about pop culture, I talk so much about TV because I understand that that's how most of us understand the world. That's how most of us understand the lives of other people. We don't talk that deeply with each other. Less and less. We talk deeply with each other, face to face, and we also tend to wear our masks when we are talking with others face to face. And also, most of us don't know how to listen well. So, what we really come to understand about other people is what we watch, what we read, what we listen to. And I'm going to tell you something that you might not know about me. I am extremely problematic. I am a deeply problematic person, and I like all sorts of problematic things. Like, I could give you a list. Like, gosh, just I could go on. For instance, I love Edna St. Vincent Millay. Adore her. I believe that she had a feeling for justice and truth, etc., etc. But she was a white feminist, you know? She just was. She cared about what she did. And she also was of the time, you know, she was very much of the men of the time when it came to a lot of the men of the time when it came to artistry, that all is permissible if one is an artist, which I don't really agree with anymore. So here's the thing. You don't have to stop liking your thing. Do you want to watch The Cosby Show? Watch The Cosby Show. I would, if I could enjoy it as much as I used to, and I probably will at some point, start watching it again. I will watch The Cosby Show because I love that show. And there are a lot of voices that went into making it happen. There was a lot of talent of a lot of people that went into getting it done. I personally, his, and this is not something I'm committed to, but for me personally, his comedy acts that I've seen 1,000 times, at the moment they're ruined for me. I won't be watching them. Michael Jackson, whether you agree or disagree, I don't know what the truth of that is. And for myself, he's dead. So I'm okay with listening to his music. But here's what I also understand. R. Kelly. I never got into R. Kelly. So he's not something I have to struggle with. But what I do understand is that there are others who do. So it is okay to still like the work of your fave once you find out they're problematic. Just release the need to see them as good as well. Release the need to see them as a good person, or even, frankly, as good of an artist as they could have been had they maintained their humanity. Because that's what art is. Art is humanity. Art is how we find it, how we express it. Like last night when I was reading all of those poems, or reciting most of them, because I know a lot of her work from memory, it is the way my emotions spoke through her words. But I don't expect anybody else to be okay with that person. So if someone comes to me as like, how could you watch the Cosby Show after what he did, blah 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 blah, I'm like, I totally understand. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right to feel the way you feel. But I like problematic things. And right now, Cosby, super problematic. Will always be problematic. Kevin Spacey, love, love, love Kevin Spacey. Does this mean that I will never again watch one of his movies? No, probably not. Do I wish that I was more pure? Yes, but I'm not. There are entire genres of books written about various groups of people. For instance, an example is the male-male romance genre. This is for the bucko people. Written almost entirely by straight white women. Now, if someone who's LGBTQIA has an issue with the book, with a particular book, or with the genre itself, and they take you to task for it, for liking it, are they wrong? It's possible to hold space for all of these opposing things. That I like what I like, that what I like is a problem, objectively, that it is something hurtful to someone else, and that someone else might have something to say about the fact that I like what I like, or about the thing that I like. All of those things can be held. You don't have to give up your thing, but you do have to give up this notion of that your goodness is unassailable. None of us are really good.